be part of your gay little Jeremy Club? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Knights Vince says props agree. Elon Iron Man, but would change Vance to Spider Man, Hulk Hogan to Hulk, Alina Haba to Miss Marvel. Okay. How about if we made the DC, if we made them the DC characters? So I think you can switch out either, would Elon be Superman or would Trump be Superman? I think Trump gets to be Superman. You give Elon the Batman role, as they're both billionaires, obviously, but you give, because Elon's more the tech guy and all that stuff. So like you give, flesh out the rest of the DC characters, but I would say Trump would be Superman and Elon is Batman. So in the DC side, on the Marvel side, undoubtedly Elon is Iron Man. No doubt about that. I will give the same energy to Joe Rogan as I have anyone else. If you start supporting Trump, we're cool. I won't criticize you anymore. But at this point, I think Joe Rogan's just a bitch for how he's handled the Trump situation. 100%. It's really weak behavior. And really what it comes down to, look, I'm not like acting like Joe Rogan's not a great guy and a great voice and all of that. But in specifically to the Trump situation, he is bitch made. Either say what you want to say or don't, but quit riding the fence. Quit riding the fence. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Patriots. You want to know the best thing about speaking at a Trump rally? Is you don't need to use AI to make it look like the seats are full.
They're losing their jobs because Biden and Harris are allowing millions of people to come into our country, and they're taking black people's jobs, African-American jobs. They're taking those jobs, and a lot of those jobs are Hispanic jobs, too. And the other side, Kamala, have you ever heard of her, Kamala? Nobody ever heard of her before.
Joe Biden in a Democrat primary. I have no doubt about it. And they made it absolutely impossible for him. They made it that you have to get 60, 70% of the vote just to get in. And you know what?
President.
In the end, the Democrats did the same thing to Joe Biden. They threw Joe Biden out of the party.
And that's
they
why
did
we
the
saw a
same
different
thing
night
as they
tonight.
did to RFK.
Mr. President, thank you so
very
much
sir.
for the time. We appreciate that
much.
live feedback.
Stay right there. Live edition of Gutfeld is coming up. Thank you so much for joining.
Look at Venezuela. They've gone into Caracas, which was a very unsafe city, and now it's safe. In fact, someday the three of us will have to go there. No, let's bring your husband with us also, right? And we'll bring some of the other people that are with you, because I like the people that are with you. And we'll go to Caracas because it'll be safer than any place in our country. She's destroying our country. They're allowing the criminals to come in from other countries into the United States of America. She is destroying our country. And nobody covers that better than Greg.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Or you're Kennedy join Donald Trump. It really is pretty historic. This is a pretty historic moment. And that speech in particular, which I was not expecting from RFK, was one of the best political speeches I've heard in a long time. I got to give him credit for it. I've got to give him credit.
On this point, it wasn't just that they asked for a pause. The president specifically asked me, and his gaggle of crackpot lawyers asked me to literally reject votes.